HIV, yet 6% of Kenyans live with it daily. Of this number, some were born with the virus and have had to grow and maneuver their way through life. These children over time are the focus of our special HIV and AIDS series by our medical correspondent, Dr. Mercy Korir. We start from the county of Kisumu.
My name is Donning Ouma.
At 19 years, having not proceeded beyond Class 8, Donning Ouma is a talented artist trying to weave his way through life. And like some of us, his needs are unique. Daily medication that he cannot afford to skip.
She told me that I'm taking them because he got a pneumonia. So I said, pneumonia as a cure. So why am I taking them every day?
He was 7 years then getting to learn of a shocking fact from his mother. He was born HIV positive at a time when disclosure and stigma around HIV and AIDS is the norm rather than the exception.
I regretted her being my mom, and I went on a drug holiday for almost 3 months.
That he can afford a smile for the pain that has been his life is not easy.
My dad passed away in 2009, and my mom also, financially stable, so I have to be just alone with my friends.
Donning shares the corners of this house with his friend, the emptiness notwithstanding.
And I set the alarm. Sometimes if I forget, he reminds me.
Lack of food, he tells me, makes compliance to his medication, an already tough task, much tougher. We accompany him to his clinic at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kisumu. Donning.
We are supposed to take 4 meals, I can say that. And for now, we only have 2 meals. Yeah, sometimes 1.
This service is offered free to the thousands of people living with HIV, solves half of their problems, one of the pharmaceutical technologists explains.
One of our clients came complaining that if she takes some drug on an empty stomach, she complains much about vomiting. I had to advise her that this drug is good when you take it with the meals.
Donning knows the challenges too well. Sleeping on an empty stomach is no news to him. What if they had to buy the drugs?
Your preference will be food first, and then you'll go to the medications. So the mortality rates will go really high.
Donning is one of the almost 8,000 clients Dr. Wafula serves, and I ask her how much these drugs cost.
A minimum of, say, around 3,000 Kenyan shillings per month if you buy the generic.
This clinic sees children, adolescents, youth and adults on a weekly basis. The demand is high and the clients' needs huge.
Whatever they tell us, we see they cannot afford.
Paul Abuto is the nurse in charge of the clinic and has seen many clients fall behind because they could not afford the general tests that, unlike HIV-specific tests like viral load or CD4 count, are not donor-funded.
We see the life expectancy has gone down, and it is averagely up to 50 years, of which earlier on it used to be at 70 years. Now if they will really pull out and there will be no assistance like for getting the ARVs, I'm foreseeing a very bad situation.
That is the sad reality of the 6% of Kenyans living with HIV, dependent on donor funds to stay alive, literally. The cost of accessing life-saving antiretroviral therapy for some can be a treacherous journey. Back home, Donning takes stock of his medication while wondering how to achieve a holistic management of his situation.
For now, I just look for how we're going to eat, how we're going to take shower, because we have to buy soap. Water is expensive, it has rise to 5 shillings per kibuyu. There are some shows around, so I have to like draw, go and showcase, and I can get something from there.
Dawning, though, has not lost hope of a new dawn. His dreams are grand if he gets away to a secondary school.
I wanted to be a cameraman. I wanted to do ICT because I'm most interested in those gadgets.
Dr. Mercy Korir for Health Digest, KTN News.
So that's story.